You're kicking it with the Christians. You're kicking it with the Christians. One marriage, two hustlers, it shows. We'll travel the globe in search of endless possibilities. You're kicking it with the Christians. Together we'll conquer it all. Take the highs with the lows, 'cause there's no losing with this energy. You're kicking it with the Christians.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Hey guys.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, man?
It's been a while. How y'all
minute.
doing? Hope y'all doing great.
Hope y'all doing good, man.
So yeah, welcome back to another episode of One Marriage, Two Hustlers. We are now in season
Number 3.
episode
6.
Yeah. And so yeah, we don't post on YouTube as much as we do on our Patreon. So if you're looking for exclusive content, click the link below and go ahead and sign up to support our Patreon.
If you're looking for
$5, 17 cents a day. That's
Come on.
it. If you want to support our exclusive content, we have hours and hours of great content on that platform. You guys,
about 40 hours right now.
so if you love us on YouTube, I know that we've gained some new subscribers. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when we post. But we want you guys to go over to Patreon.
And if you're looking for some hot shirts, this one say execution of a sacrifice. Her say entrepreneur. Her. We got motivational t-shirts at
One Marriage, Two Hustlesapparel.com.
Yes.
The link will be below. Yeah.
Yes.
So check out all the good things we have going on.
Come on.
But hey, we're not gonna spend too much more time on that.
Yeah, let's get right into it. So
Today
we're talking about understanding sacrifice and executing everything that we're trying to do. So how should people, first of all, people ask the question, what should they sacrifice to become successful?
Time. Time. For me, I would say time, because the thing about time is, like my grandma used to say before she passed away, God rest her soul.
Come on.
Time waits for no man.
Come on.
And so what happens is we tend to feel like we have all the time in the world.
Yes.
When in actuality, time is passing by swiftly.
Fastly.
It's going by quick. And before you know it, years have passed. You look back and like, oh, it's been a year. Oh, it's been 2 years. And you still haven't done the things that you have set out to do.
So I think you guys should set a time limit on yourself on whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And understand that you gotta attack it. You know what I'm saying? With grace. I mean, you gotta just go get it, because man, too many times I see people not attacking their dreams, not attacking their goals, and they sitting back waiting and saying like, you ain't made no sacrifice.
They're waiting and watching other people. So what happens is that execution never takes place. They spend a lot of time sacrificing things, but they're not putting anything into action. They're not executing any of those ideas. It's like, okay, this month you said you were gonna cut back on eating out. You cut back on eating out, but what did you do with that money? You didn't put that money into your business. You didn't put that money into your idea. You know, what are you doing? You didn't put that money on the down payment on the house. You're not executing.
I think something else too that we're trying to do is whatever money you make, you put 20% back into your business.
Yeah.
So if you make $10,000, then you need to take you need to take $2,000 of that money and spend it on some kind of marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you putting back into your life? Because
you have to sow seeds.
Ooh, come on.
And, you know, right now is a time to do so, because what you put out is what you get. And so if I put in $5 for marketing, I'm probably only gonna make
pennies.
$10, or $20.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of put in what you want to get out.
Yeah, because what I've been doing a lot lately is trying to study like the big marketing people. Like, man, what they doing? Like everybody I see, you know, there's I don't want to put them on blast, but there's a person, I say blast, not that bad, but they said that they're selling a clothing line. They make $100,000 a month, but they put at least a minimum of $10,000 in marketing.
Right.
So
And at first, when they first started, they thought that was a lie. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yes.
But then you realize the profit and the other avenues and doors that it opens up.
But here's the secret, though. The secret is, in order for you to become successful, your circle gotta become bigger than just your family and friends.
Yes.
So people who don't know you gonna be the one who respect you the most.
They're gonna be more likely to support you.
Yes.
Family and friends, a lot of times it takes them longer because they want to see that what you're doing is actually successful and actually got meaning behind it. And sometimes they may just not understand what it is.
Sometimes they
do. Questions.
Sometimes they do.
Because it's you. So they're going to question you.
Like we had a guest, he said.
So you have to get out of your warm market.
We had a guest that his uncle bought a house from somebody else when he's a broker. Woo!
And it happened. You know, it happened.
But his uncle knew he was a broker though. And he called his uncle out. He's like, you know who you are.
It happens.
Yes.
Because what happens is these are people you've known all your life. That's called your warm market. You have to get out of that warm market and get uncomfortable. And I know for me, it's definitely uncomfortable for me because I've always been like, okay, everybody's doing them, and I'm doing me, I'm not. And so now that we have our business on the social media platform, I have to put myself out there.
Yes.
And I have to accept when people say bad things about me. I have to accept when people say no. I have to accept when people don't support. I have to accept when people don't give encouragement words all the time. When people talking behind your back. Those are the types of things that you just have to learn how to accept. And that's okay because it's going to be the people that's outside of that small circle. So it's like a Venn diagram. It's gonna be those people on the outside.
Come on.
That really support you.
Yes.
You're gonna have. Don't get me wrong. You're gonna have some people in your one market that support you.
You have some.
But it's not gonna be everybody. But what we're saying is, don't get so weighed down by the fact that people that are closest to you aren't supporting you.
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes they have to see it come to life and be birthed before they actually believe in it. And it's okay, because by then, you might be a millionaire. And they're just now buying your product. Oh, well, let me try this out because she rich now, so it must be good. And that's okay. That's what's going to push you to do more.
And that comes with the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to execute a plan, and then, this is the thing. Most people try to execute the plan, they go through their family members first.
Right.
They always say,
because that's where you're comfortable at.
Yeah.
Hey, that's where you're comfortable.
Yeah, so to get out, but you got to get out because there's no money. There's no real money in your comfort zone.
Here.
There's no real money in your comfort zone.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So
Man.
they go to their family first, and then the next group of people they go to is their friends. Yeah. Now, then you start to see your real friends. You start to see, oh, you gonna support my vision, or are you gonna be a person that's hating on the sideline? You know what I'm saying? Wondering, oh, that ain't gonna last long.
Or they might try to talk you out of it.
Hey, big
it's
facts.
like, why you doing that? You should do this. Well, nah, man, I don't want to do that. But nah, you should do this because when so-and-so did it, it didn't work for them. So it's okay. So we say all that to say, like, you can't focus on the negative. You gotta focus on what's positive.
Come on.
What my goal is. Because let me tell you, all that stuff will make you lose sight of your goal.
Woo.
And that's what the devil wants. He wants to throw all those distractions.
Come on, in your way.
To make you lose sight of your goal and make you feel like you can't accomplish what you initially set out to accomplish. But in actuality, you have it in you. You just have to stay focused.
Facts. And again, remember that when you are executing your plan, because it's gonna take some execution, that when you're going through the trenches, everybody's not willing to go through the trenches. Some people, and even if you start and you might fail at first, don't quit, because just because you failed, you just gotta readjust. You know what I'm saying? You gotta readjust your plan. It's the same plan, it's good, but you just gotta readjust it. But you can't spend time listening to others. This is my thing. I tell people, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. And let me tell you why. First of all, so you can listen more. But hold on, when I say listen more, listen to people that's going to help you. Second of all, don't have a rebuttal for everything. Talk less. You got 1 mouth. Talk less. listen more.
Don't feel like you have to defend yourself all the time.
Yeah.
Because is that Meek Mill? Yeah, that's Meek Mill. When he said when he was doing a little battle with Drake, and he said gangsters move in silence. I don't talk a lot. It's like you carry more weight. Your presence and your authority means more when you don't say much.
Come on.
Okay?
Come on.
Be quiet. Stop posting. Stop making videos. Stop posting subliminal messages. And just let it be. Like, let your action and what you're doing speak for you. To me, that makes your presence known more than this. Because if I spend all my time doing this, I don't have time to be doing this.
So what I learned lately is, and I had to do a self-evaluation myself. And that's why God told me, he said, listen. Stop texting people. Stop talking to people that don't understand where you're going. He said, talk to me. I'm gonna help you get through the moment. You know what I'm saying? You are creating a legacy for yourself by creating all your own products. But I need you to speak to me. Stop talking to them. Because what you're doing is you're allowing them to see your vision and to pray against it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need you to talk to them. I need you to go to work. I need you to get, you just said work inside. I need you to go to work, put your head down. It's gonna be lonely, but remember, I'm God. I'm right next to you.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? You can speak to me every day about your dreams. You can ask me to give you provision. That's why people say, what you pray for? I say, listen, I pray for favor. All right, number one, and wisdom. That's it. Favor, so that I'll be able to, when I step into a room, other men and women see me be like, this guy's a leader. We need to buy from him. We need to be around him. And in wisdom, so God can give me the right knowledge to help me separate myself from the people who mean me no good.
Yeah, that's that discernment that you need. For sure. And I feel like when you have that aura about you, have that presence about you, your gifts will make room for you. And so you won't have to work as hard because God has already went before you. He's already laid the foundation. And so I know for me, whenever I'm feeling scared or like I'm not sure if I can do something, it's like I gotta remember who I am. I gotta remember who my Father is, because He says I can do all things. I fear nothing. With Him, I can do it. All things are possible. If somebody else can do it, why can't I do it? And so you have to learn how to become the master of whatever it is you're trying to do. You gotta be a master at that thing. You gotta eat, sleep, and live that thing. You have to really bring it to life. Like, you have to know it like the back of your hand. So
execution.
If you're really good at a job that you go to from 9 to 5, but you really want to do this business, you have to treat that business just like you treat your 9 to 5. It's I have to know the ins and outs about how everything works. Because sometimes my partner might not be around, or sometimes he may not be available. So then I have to know how to do his part as well. And so I'm challenging myself to learn the ins and outs, because I have to become good at this thing. Because I know the vision that God gave me. And so we say all this to say, like, don't lose sight of the vision. Because at the end of the day, there's going to be all kinds of bricks, stones, everything in your way. But it's how you maneuver, and it's the things you set in place to get through those things. And you can't do anything without Him. So every time a door closes, that's nothing but God. Because that's not the door He wanted you to go through. So don't sit there and cry at the door. You got to move on. That door is closed. Move on
to the next one.
Let's go to the next one. And let's go to the next one until we get to the door that God wants us to go through.
And I think that's good though, because again, as we listen, when you look at the foundation of the world, everybody who built something, they had to execute it. All right? Think about it. And I'm gonna use this analogy. Say you pull up at a fast food restaurant. All right. Once you pull up, you make an order. I'm talking to you. You put your order in with God. Once you make your order, and then you pull up, guess what you gotta do? You gotta pay that. You gotta pay for that order. You paying You paying your way to get to where you're going. While you paying your way, guess what God's doing? He whipping up your meal to give to you. So I'm trying to take y'all somewhere. Hear me. So now you done put your order in. You done went through to the window. Hey God, you paid God. You know what I'm saying? Once you paid God, He hands you back your food and said, "Have a good day."
You put it to work.
Check this out though. Sometimes when He hands you your food, everything ain't right.
Sometimes they forgot to catch up.
Come on.
They forgot
But
to
you know why He let that happen? Because He wants to see how are you gonna be humble and be mad?
Because you didn't get everything you wanted. It wasn't exactly like you pictured.
Or are you gonna say, "Hey, hold on, I understand."
Right.
Big fact.
That's so true. Man, that's
So
powerful. That's powerful.
so that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like the execution and the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You sacrifice your dollars to get your meal. Once you get your meal, sometimes your meal might not be right. And when your meal ain't right, you gonna get mad. You gonna get mad and go back. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna say, I'm cool with it. I'll make it do what it do.
That's the execution. I'm gonna work with it. Make it work.
Come on, I'll make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? The problem is too many of y'all are getting upset when the meal. Listen, hold on. First of all, I'm still on that same analogy. You upset when the meal. You upset when the meal wasn't right, when you could have went home and cooked the meal yourself. See, God already gave you the authority to cook the meal yourself.
And have control.
Over
how it turns out.
Man, come on. He gave you the authority. You know what I'm saying? But you choose to go through the fast food. You want to go the fast way.
So that fast way is not always the easiest way.
Come on, man. Listen, man.
It's convenient. It's comfortable. You ain't got to get out your car.
Come on.
You ain't got to go in the kitchen.
Man. Hey, listen, man. Y'all got your pen out yet? I'm just saying.
We dropping gems on YouTube.
Man,
okay.
you ain't got your pen out yet? But that's what I'm trying to tell you, dog. Is that, listen, the execution and the sacrifice, it works together. You know what I'm saying? But to execute, you got to know your authority. You got to know where you're going. And you got to know this is what God showed you. So if you fail, you're going to get right back up. And go make it happen.
Again. You're going to make that adjustment and try it again. There's too many people, y'all. I scroll Sunday up and down my timeline, and my heart literally hurts for people. Because first of all, I have a heart for people, and so my husband, on the other hand, he's like, man, people need to suck it up. They need to do this.
Yeah, because
he has a heart, but his heart just works a little different. And you know me, I'm like, man, I have a heart for the people because I feel like people. You know, not everybody grew up like we did, you know, and not everybody has the wisdom that sometimes God gives you. And so I feel like this is why we're here on this type of platform, is because we're here to encourage people who don't have that. They don't have those people. And you may not all the time get it from church because not everybody goes to church.
Yes.
Not everybody's watching church online. And so you may get it in other ways. And so if we can give it to you this way, it's very informal.
Very informal.
Very laid back.
Very laid back.
Then maybe you'll receive it because, guys, we can't wallow in our feelings. We can't continue. Like, I see people ranging from 18 to 29 to, so between the ages of 18 and 30, let's say, y'all are literally doing nothing with your lives. Literally. And yes, I'm saying it bluntly like that because you're doing nothing with it. But you want to complain about how things are going in your life. First of all,
execution.
You gotta pray, and then you gotta execute.
Execution.
Because talking about it and I wish and
sacrifice,
memes and all that stuff is not getting you anywhere because you're not executing anything. All you're doing is this. You know what I'm saying? That lip service. Stop. You're harming yourself.
Come on.
Because the Bible says whatever you speak out of your mouth. And so that's what happens. You speak these things. Nothing's going right for me. I'm depressed. I don't know if I'm going to make it. You're going to make it. But if you continue to say you're not going to make it, then maybe you're not.
Maybe you're not.
But at the end of the day, we have to learn we have to learn that what he said, that there's something greater than us. It's about the authority and the power that God has given us. And we have to learn how to walk in it. And we have to learn how to execute our faith.
So I'm still on that analogy. So you could have saved your money. Ooh, hold on. You could have saved your money. You could have saved your money, went home, and sacrificed a little bit of your time to cook the meal how you wanted to.
It would have came out how you wanted it.
Exactly how you wanted it.
You could have put the seasoning you wanted.
Yeah, but you chose.
On the temperature you wanted it. Because maybe it was cold when you got it.
So
you know what I'm saying?
We say all that to say that, man, listen, when you are making a sacrifice with your life, you really got to dive in and say, man, you know, am I willing to make this sacrifice? You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't easy. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm talking from experience. It's been, man, I think one day, not too long ago, I ain't leave this house before we got to Burn Boot Camp. I ain't leave this house for like 7 days straight because I was so locked in on that computer trying to figure out everything. See, everybody love your story, all right? Everybody love your story, but they don't understand. And they love your glory, but they don't understand what you've been through to get there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't know my story, but you love my glory. You know what I'm saying? You don't know my sacrifices. You don't know the things that I'm doing on a weekly basis, grinding it out, trying to figure out marketing, this and that and that and this. You don't know that story.
It's a lot. And even to get away from business, to get away from that, just our relationship. A lot of people message me about our relationship. I love your relationship. First of all, thank you. Second of all, you really know nothing about our relationship. You only know what we show you and what we allow you to see.
Thanks.
So don't always base your reality off of what you see in somebody else's life. And I don't want y'all to do that. I mean, I appreciate it, but I also want to be real and be transparent is that what you see on here is what you get.
Yes.
But at the same time is I don't want you to think my reality has to be your reality.
No.
Because that's not the case. We all have to make and develop our own reality. And so don't spend so much time looking at other people that you forget what your reality is.
And listen, again, it goes back. I'm gonna slide this in here real quick. Again, the children of Israel, they had a 40-day journey that took them 40 years. It's because they didn't have a roadmap on how they was gonna get there. And because of their disobedience. So sometimes when God give you a vision and you don't act on it, but you want to put your time in something else, and you wonder why that something else ain't getting there, because he never gave you that. He never gave you that. He gave you that one vision, but you say, no, God, that ain't really you. I'd rather go over here and do this, God, because I feel like this is going to make more money. God said, I told you to go over here. All right, so now you over here spending 5 years trying to get this thing started. When God said you could only spend 5 months, 5 months, and you could have been already quit your job, but you went over here because you're being disobedient. Execution over sacrifice. This is serious. The problem is some of you guys not willing to sacrifice, and you scared of the execution. You scared what people gonna say, what they gonna say. You scared if I put my life on social media with this podcast, they might judge us. You scared? Who cares?
If God put it on your heart,
amen,
and you know that's the vision He gave you,
execute it.
Period. Because let me tell you something about people. They gonna always have something to say.
Woo.
And when you land out at that altar,
come on, man,
and you out of here, somebody gonna have something to say.
They gonna have something to say, man. The question:
you create your legacy.
And legacy is greater than currency. Think about that. Legacy. You got your pen out yet? Legacy is greater than currency. And listen, ask yourself this question, because I ask everybody this question. If you laying in the casket and the pastor standing over you, what 2 sentences do you want them to say about you? 2 sentences. I didn't sell a book, I didn't sell a story, I didn't say all. I said, what 2 sentences would you want them to say? Mine would be, this man has helped a lot of people on his journey, and he had a heart for the people. That's my 2 sentences.
Right.
Not, well, this man was a millionaire. This man, you know, he drove 10 cars. He had a $500,000 house. He disrespected some people. Like, no. What do you want your legacy to say, man, at the end of your journey? Because one thing about time, it's gonna end for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So the journey, the execution you on, the journey, as you going in between the trenches, the sacrifice, ask yourself, man, what are people saying about you? Why are they saying it? You know what I'm saying? Are you
No, go ahead.
Are you in it? Are you in it to help people? Are you in it for your damn self?
Right.
Are you really in it to help people?
And you have to love what you're doing so much that it hurts your heart when somebody don't succeed, or when somebody doesn't prosper, when you're trying to help them, or when you're trying to pour into them. Like, sometimes my heart bleeds for kids, because I work with kids, so my heart bleeds for kids. It bleeds for people that I know are hurting. And so if you're stronger, it's okay to go into prayer for other people, because sometimes people need people to pray for them when they don't know they're praying for them. You don't have to let everybody know that you're praying for somebody all the time. No, you can see something, I can pass by something, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna pray for that person. I don't have to let them know that.
Come on.
But the Bible says the prayers of the righteous availeth much.
Come on.
And so I can send up a prayer for you that's gonna help you. Then of course, like, so there's different ways to pour into people, guys. It doesn't always have to be monetary. You know, it's different ways you can pour into people. So what we're saying is, when God puts something on your heart, just make sure you execute that thing.
Execute it, man.
Whether it's going into prayer for them, whether it's you know, a business that God put on your heart, whether it's somebody you need to partner with, don't be afraid to step out on faith and ask them. Because if God put it on your heart, 9 times out of 10, that's kind of what He wants you to do.
Yeah, and that's and listen, and to me it goes back to that though. It's like every day. Oh, let me say y'all. This week, ask yourself, what sacrifices have you made to achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve this week?
And write it down.
Write it down, and then break it down. Hold on. Write it down. What sacrifices am I doing this week to achieve my goals? And then break it down. Here go the breakdown. I have 24 hours today. I slept this many. I went to work this many. Now, I'm working my 9 to 5, but I'm building my dreams 6 to 10. Oh, I'm gonna say it again. I'm working my 9 to 5, but I'm building my dreams 6 to 10. Hello? I'm not watching TV 6 to 10. I'm building my dreams 6 to 10.
Because the people on TV, they live in their dream.
Man, that's pre-recorded stuff.
They live in their dream. They watching themselves.
Yeah.
They live in their dream.
That's stuff pre-recorded.
That's crazy, because like this, it's pre-recorded. So sometimes we'll go live, like, babe, you're live.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we get to see ourselves. But I don't like watching myself. It's weird. But it's just like, y'all gotta stop watching other people and get to work.
Man, you gotta get to work.
Like, get to work and be happy for other people, y'all. You don't have to hate on the next person because they're farther along than you. You don't have to hate on the next person because they're doing something that you want to do. Like, be happy for them.
I'm gonna drop this last gem, and I don't really like dropping gems on YouTube because you ain't part of Patreon. But I'm gonna drop this last gem.
We're gonna give y'all a little exclusive content today.
Poor.
We actually gave y'all a lot.
Some of you guys are poor. P-O-O-R.
And we're not talking about money.
Acronym. Passing over opportunity repeatedly. Some of you guys are passing over opportunity repeatedly. She just hit something. If you see somebody that you can go in business with, don't have a poor mindset. Passing over opportunity repeatedly. It's time for you to say, hey, I think we could go in business together. This is my idea, you got an idea. And then you see what they talking about, man.
Keyword, and we're gonna put it in layman's terms for you. Stop being a hater. Stop being a hater.
Come on.
And let's get on board and let's make this thing happen. Like, just because I'm a millionaire don't mean we can't be billionaires if we come together.
Come on, man.
And we can help some people. Don't forget to give back and help people, guys.
Man.
So when you get where you're trying to go, remember that it can be taken away easily. Like, don't get so high and mighty to where you're like, oh, you broke. Oh, you ain't got this. Oh, I don't want to be around you because you don't have no money. don't ever be that person, because just like you got it, God can take it away from you. And so you want to make sure that you remain humble and that you change that mindset. Because like he said, having that poor mindset,
passing over opportunity repeatedly,
it won't get you anywhere.
It will not get you anywhere, man.
Like, stop hating.
Again, we finna close this thing out, man. Listen, I can go all day, but I'm not, because this is the free YouTube. I don't care. I do not care. Okay. Patreon.
So guys, so he's saying that, and I'm saying that because our Patreon episodes are much longer than our YouTube episodes.
Yep.
So if you enjoyed this podcast episode,
30 minutes,
please go over to Patreon and subscribe to our Patreon and support our podcast. Again, it's 17 cents today. 17 cents a day.
17 cents.
To support our content. We appreciate you guys. We're not gonna keep you long. If you want to purchase t-shirts, go over to onemarriage2hustlersapparel.com.
Come on.
And you have anything else?
See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Let's get some money.
You're kicking it with the Christians. You're kicking it with the Christians. One marriage, two hustlers, it shows. We'll travel the globe in search of endless possibility. You're kicking it with the Christians. Together we'll conquer it all. Take the highs with the lows, 'cause there's no losing with this energy. You're kicking it with the Christians.
Don't forget to follow us on all platforms.